Original Batman theme. Hi, Zeospantera, and I'm about to get some HEDDphone II. Oh, I put that on backwards, didn't I? Let's fix that real quick. Yeah, so that is an AMT, which has VVT technology in it, which is like, first I want to point out that since I yanked the pad off, because I just had it off, interesting mounting system. It literally just has a rubber gasket and it seals around this plastic. So you just put it on, it goes, chunk. Oh wait, I gotta make it go. Ah, there it goes. It just presses on, which is weird. So this is the HEDD 2. As you can see in the title of this video, there's 2 Ds. Because I didn't spell, they made a headphone. Get it? It's 2 Ds instead of HEAD, it's HEDD. So the HEDDphone 1 sucked. Straight up. I heard it at Can Jam. I heard it at another place. I think someone had it at a show, and I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I listened to it on my own stuff, on my own, and it was oof, no. And I would love to have reviewed it, but I wasn't gonna pursue it from the company and be like, hey, can I borrow your headphone to review it? Hey everybody, this sucks. Okay, here you can have it back now. That was not part of the plan. That's you don't want to burn the bridges before they're fucking even built. So I waited, apparently 3 years, for the HEDD 2. And oh my god. The best, what's the when you're a failing student and you're a kid that just sucks, and all of a sudden you're on the honor roll and you're gonna go to like Harvard, like most improved award goes to HEDD. For the HEDDphone 2, because as big as this looks, and it looks ridiculous. In fact, I had my phone out to show you the I have a ridiculous, let's see, it was in the saved. That's not it. That's anime waifus. That's not it. Here we go. Here's people wearing it. At Can Jam London. It was like, okay, you're gonna look like that. Or like that. Like actually somehow Golden makes everything look good on his head. They're all, look, that guy in the background, he looks cool. But yet, oh, you're gonna look, oh, wait, oh, there you go. That's the look. These are the looks. You could kind of okay, but look at this, like, there you go. Like, you're gonna look ridiculous in it. I can guarantee you 100% this is better looking than the original HEDD 1. I couldn't even hold them. The cup was so big. These are only 25% lighter than the originals. They feel like 50% lighter because the actual size went down. Like the carrying case for them is still huge. Here's the HEDD logo, was just the horizontal lines of the grids from the AMTs. It's actually pretty nice. There's just a little more space here maybe they needed to use. You got a little flap door. Just want to be able to show you this before I completely put it here and ignore it for the rest of the episode. So, Zeos, what have they improved? Because we're just going to pretend I reviewed the original HEDD 1, which was, if you watch my review, you can go back in time and watch the GL1200, the gold planar GL1200. And that was a headphone that uses a ribbon, but it was like huge and massive. But that was, at least it used a ribbon and a special thing and it kind of set. This is a headphone that just uses a headphone cable. By the way, this is a DD Hi-Fi cable. You can tell because it's fantastic. And I don't really like the cables that came with the new headphone. We don't have to hark on it too badly. They're just stiff. It comes with both a 4.4 and a 4-pin XLR. And they're just fabric wrapped and they're just like stiff. Like I don't like it. It's got a huge split. Look at the split length on that. But when you can hold the split up like that and it just stays there, it's kind of too stiff. So for the purposes of this, I will pimp hard audio cable, Periapt, and DD Hi-Fi for making these amazing cables. And it's only a 3.5 millimeter because headphone isn't dumb. Hello, other companies that are making anything that's not a 3.5 on an extreme angle, please. Thank you. This also prevents me from having to even look for left and right indicators, because if the wire is shooting forward, probably that's the front of the headphone. I guess we should probably talk about, okay, so they're smaller and lighter and way more comfortable than the previous. They've actually done something with the structure up here that has never been done before. As far as I know, I mean, maybe those, we don't talk about those, but maybe those could do it, but not many headphones, and I've touched quite a number of them, can actually adjust the amount of clamp mechanically. And that's what they did here. They went with a height adjustment and clamp adjustment system using straps. So you actually, these straps are just perforated, I guess like some sort of vinyl. What hole am I on here? The 5th hole. So I'm 5 holes here and 4 holes here. And what you could do is you could take off this little peg. You got the carbon fiber here, a little head logo in leather. But if you undo both straps, which are again 5 and 4, we got to remember that. See, now what you've done is you've loosed multiple straps that are wiggled through. So this strap here, the bottom strap, the first strap, that adjusts the height off the top. So that'll pull the unit down. But then this other strap goes up and through, and then down and through. And that adjusts how hard it pulls together. So you could actually tune it to fit your head. As stupid as it looked in those pictures, everyone who was wearing those spent the time to figure out if they were a 4 and 5 or a 3 and a 2, and they were able, like I could, if I pull this apart, you could see it stretches all the straps, and now it will be super loose on me. So I didn't even know it was a possibility. That's some ancient Roman shit right there. Like the Greeks would have been like, well, we've done is we've calculated out so that you could, you know, stretch this around. And wait, was this? It was bottom first, right? Bottom first with 4 and top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hold on. I gotta put this back. Bottom first is 4. Oh no, it was 4 empty. 4 empty. Wait. Was it on the 4th one? Oh, God. All right, doesn't matter. As long as we can get through the review, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I get it on there. So now you give it a stretch, and now that's it. We're fixed. So you saw me take off the pads. There is a slight angle to the wedge of the pads. They are very thick, very soft, very Actually, I say very soft, but they feel very dense. They're not just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like, buh, buh. It's like there's jello inside of them. I will say there is a negative, and I just figured this out today, is I have my rubbing alcohol. Everyone who owns any sort of audio equipment, I highly, highly recommend 99.9% rubbing alcohol, although 91 will do. Because when you got to clean fingerprints off of things, this is what you want to use. And the material they used for this is a very, very porous black, and because it's porous and black, my Italianness just wipes off on it, and you just see a fingerprint all the time. Which on a cup that is the size of you know, a bar of soap, that's going to end up being really annoying. So I tend to try to pick it up now from the yokes, which do articulate full 180, well, full 90 that way, and then not all the way back. It's one of those headphones. At least, I don't know, would you prefer if you can articulate the headphone to have pads down like I have it here, or would you prefer a headphone that you could take off and articulate pads up so they could sort of air out? Because this one only does pads down. Not pants down, pads down. Carbon fiber inlay here, carbon fiber up here. You could see the back of the driver with this metal grill. We're back to perfect on the fit. I am running it off of a couple powerful amps set to powerful settings, which is weird because before I did this review all day yesterday, I was using them off the OWN or ON or AN or whatever the fuck the pronunciation is, M1P, which is their little portable, and it's not even that powerful. It's like a 1/4 of a watt. I was running them easily on like 50 out of 70. But I come here on this desk, and I'm on high gain, 58 out of fucking 63. I got this thing, the VMV P2 on high gain at like 10 o'clock, which trust me, that is high gain. And then I'm even running it off the Watt 23 on high gain up. And what are we at, like 11 o'clock on the Questel 15, and zeroed, completely maxed out on the QES reference. So because of the design, because of the weird air motion tweeter here, I'll tell you the exact, now highlighted it. The centerpiece of this auditory marvel is the variable velocity transformer, or VVT, technology that synergizes harmoniously with the AMT driver nestled in the HEDDphone. By the way, these are $2,000, so Zeos, don't forget to put 2 gemstones in the title. But you know what? Despite having the cables that I would skip, actually, I lied to you. It's not a 4.4 in a thing. It's a 1/4 inch in a thing. So it's like, it's very big 1/4 inch. Very big very big 1/4 inch and balanced. So I would just get a cable just to have a 4.4 anyway. Despite having only lackluster cables and a giant case that works fine, and there's not really much accessories. In fact, I got this from headphones.com, I believe. I will link to them. And it just came this in a box and these in a separate side box. The end. So there isn't a lot of fanfare to it. And as I sit here listening to Batman or the Die Hard soundtrack or Pink Floyd, I knew that when I was hearing these at the shows at Can Jam SoCal and at Can Jam UK London, I knew they were one of the best things at the show. I was giving a little more. We had the Mass Kobo there, and we had the Tungsten there. But if you were like, hey, what headphones should I listen to, Zeos? I literally told people to go listen to the HEDDphone II. Listen to this headphone. A, because it's such an improvement from the previous, and because of what it does. And I was just generally impressed with it when I just heard it, at a show. But now that it's here in my little lair with my music and my amps and my knowledge, and I'm relaxed and I can listen for 4 hours, I didn't lose the excitement on listening to them. I just couldn't figure it out as precisely, why do I like these so much? It's one of those headphones. It's a headphone that you put on, and it's not like, well, Tungsten sound the most natural, and they have the hardest bass impact, even though they're impossible to drive, or the Tim Socks for crazy thick accuracy, and then well, actually, I shouldn't have mentioned those because these are crazy thick accurates, what the whole point I'm getting to. But every headphone on the wall here, I know why I like it. There is either a thing or a series of things or nothing at all, and I think these fall into the category of they don't bother me in any aspect. They're not too heavy or too light. They're not, and this is just comfort. We could just go through and be like, they're comfortable enough once you could adjust them. Great. Sound-wise, they're not super wide. They're not super spacious. They're not super bassy. They're not unbassy. The treble comes in on every song, and it's enjoyable. It never hurts. It's like they've ticked 9s down every box that Zeos loves. Nothing's a 10, everything's a 9. And if you've watched Doug DeMuro give a Doug score, if everything got a 9, it'd be the top fucking car of all time. So it's like, okay, that's good. Is it? I'm sitting here going, well, wait, where's the killer app, Zeos? Where's the one feature? Is it the most this or the best this? Because I love to say that about a headphone or an IM, is I find the thing and I hark on the thing. But this doesn't have the one thing. This has above average marks on everything. I think I would call this a neutral headphone. This might be my favorite neutral headphone. It literally has taken me days to figure this out, by the way, in case you're wondering, like, oh, Zeos, what, you just say something. Bitch, this took time. Because I'm sitting here and I'm plugging it into different amplifiers and way different. I even tried it on the TA26. We'll try again, but it was distorted as hell because AMTs and frequency. Actually, what is the impedance? Does it say? I don't know off the top of my head because it's irrelevant to the review until it comes to the review, and then I have to tell you where's the HEDDphone.com help. If I search Control F and then I do, I don't have a fucking numpad on this. It's Alt 234, I think is the ohms symbol. Ohms? Nope, it's not written there. So I don't actually know what the ohms resistance on this. I'll have to find it and I'll put it in the Zeos. Put how many ohms this is in the thing, because you're running a kind of weird speaker driver. Essentially, AMTs are usually there. Hold on. AMTs are usually high. They act as the tweeter in front-firing speakers. These are my Emotivas. They don't make these anymore, and the other one's amp exploded. So I'm really sad. But that was like, that moves fucking air, 15 feet into your face. And it's like, I'm a tweeter. So to sort of like take that energy, what that's originally designed for, and stick it this far from your eardrum takes a lot of patience and practice, and like the whole point of it is efficiency of air movement. It's an accordion. So in other words, that driver, that's just a driver. It moves in and out. It moves that much air. As big as that is, it moves forward and backwards. You take an accordion and you go. If you were to stretch that out, it would be the width of my table. But you squeeze it down, and you just have it squeeze against itself. And then it makes the little V's collapse, but it makes, in this case, probably 30 little V's collapse. And it pushes more air for the same amount of power. Or more air faster than you can move an entire thing back and forth because you're just going. So it's like the BAs of headphones versus in IAMs, which are small. You get it. Where was I? Yeah, I was trying to figure out. So amplifiers, different amplifiers, slightly different tuning every time I plug it into something different. But again, nothing is being exacerbated. If I hit play on Pink Floyd, which we could fast, it sounds as you'd expect it to sound on a tube. It's warmer. But it doesn't completely change how the sound is. So unplug this, plug it into the Class A. Cleaner, again, still warm, sort of like vibrant in the chest. Then onto this one, which I haven't used this amplifier enough to know its signature yet. I'm assuming this is going to be the cleanest thing I've reviewed in a fucking forever. We unplug this, we go straight into the reference. And I fix that stupid. And that just, it adds some sound stage to it, but it never breaks the actual signature. Some headphones, you plug them in to a tube amp and they break, or they get so much better. HD600s. Some headphones like the 909s there, the Fostex 909s, aren't good on anything but like this amplifier. Specifically this one, it sounds great. These headphones, no matter what I plug them into, just sort of feed me the sound of that amplifier without breaking the core functionality of the headphone. That alone to audiophiles is going to be worth $2,000, because as a I don't want to be called an audiophile, then people will buy me things. Ooh. As an audiophile, fuck you, cinephile. I'm a cinephile first too, but I want an amplifier to sound different from amplifier A to B to C to D to E to F to G. The only broken that we get, I'm going to turn that way the fuck down. Now that we've let this warm up longer than like 6 minutes. Oh no. It sounds like someone's trying to clear their throat because it's just off. Do not straight tube amp this unless you have a WA 23. Let's plug it back into you because I was enjoying it on you. These are very revealing. I had a bad song came on, sounded bad, changed tracks. They're not fixers. They kind of take the purpose of like Abyss headphones, like the Diana's. Diana's, at least the newer revisions, were smoother, and they got more comfort out of them, although still not this amount of comfort. And you were able to live with a lot of songs, but they showed the weaknesses in your playlist. And these do that. That's why I think they're probably in the neutral category. Because you put them through a warm amp, yes, it can make a bad song sound warmer, but is that going to fix your song? No. Pink Floyd doesn't need fixing. People will fight you if you say it does. The Dexter soundtrack doesn't need fixing. There's so much detail. What is this song? The Axe, Perfect from Dexter Season 4. There's just like, I could hear all the things happening in the instruments in the background. Like, someone's mouth just up went. I heard that. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell they're doing on this recording, but I could hear all the detail. Now, again, these are not detail-focused headphones. They're not soundstage-focused headphones. They're not super narrow, where the point is like, you know, the Tim Socks. I like the Tim Socks because they feel like a professional, neutral headphone for mixing and mastering. These don't get as serious as those. They just sound good. All over good. On everything that is well recorded. This sounds okay. It just sounds like an old track from the 60s. Like it's not making it. Like I've got the new Empyrean Mark IIs over there. Meze, Empyrean Mark II. Put that through your head. I put them on, you know, unbroken, and I have them on the burner, and everything I listened to was smoothed out and softened and gorgeous and wide. That's what the Meze Empyrean do. That's why the elites are sitting there in the center of this whole fucking mess. The elites are there. Because that's a headphone that just says, hey, what do you got? It doesn't fucking matter. It's going to sound great. This HEDDphone, it kind of matters what you're listening to. But at the same time, I am not offended by it showing me the flaws in my music. That automatically puts it in a category. I'm actually interested to hear all my tracks. I want to hear the woohoo, the 5, 6, 7, 8s do woohoo. I want to hear them on this. The hardest thing to be a headphone in 2023 on the Z Reviews channel is a headphone that Zeos actually wants to listen to. That I actually want to review, that I actually want to, like, once the review is over, I might just listen to these. There's a desire here. Are they the most comfortable headphones on earth? No. Have they fixed most of the issues of the previous headphone? 100%. Are they overpriced at $2,000? I don't think so, honestly. For the carbon fiber, the adjustability, the uniqueness of the build, like, you just can't find AMT headphones. If you own 17 planars and 250 fucking dynamics and you don't have an AMT, you're... Why is the fucking Alexa on the second floor yelling at me? Because it's calculating. Anyway, this is like, you have one of one option. You have this, or you have ribbon tweeters. You've got RAWs and things. This is more consistent than the RAWs. Even the RAWs with the convolution filters, but those had like pounding detail. Those had the thing that made them special. And these don't have a thing. They've got high marks on everything. They're built amazing. They make you look stupid, but they don't feel like they're gonna break. They don't feel like they're an afterthought. Nothing about this is an afterthought. They had to go with this shape, so they went with it. They didn't have to go with this finish, but they went with it. You could use rubbing alcohol to clean it off after you've touched it with your greasy Italian hands. The pad here, this is a thick, very slow memory foam. It kind of looks like a tampon, but it's a thick tampon that's pressing down on the top of your head, and it just settles there and then goes away. If you wear these long enough, they disappear until you turn your head left really fast, and they go whoop, because the weight is all on the outside. Highly approve. Fucking highly approve. $2,000 headphones, on this channel, they come and go. I know people are going to ask, Zeos, when are you going to get the HEDDphone Organic? I've heard the Organic. I heard it in Munich. I didn't hear it since. I love the way it sounds. It's probably the best sounding thing Hi-Fi Min makes from the headphone angle of things, even maybe over Susvara. But I know that's a smoothing of the sound, and this doesn't smooth things out. This just presents you sound. So yeah, full fucking thumbs up for the HEDD 2. These are fine. If you get them, you get the cables, you'll be fine. If you don't like the cables, come back to this video. Links in the description for different cables. 3.5 millimeters are super easy to find anywhere. I don't believe you're going to need, as much as they're kind of hard to drive, I don't think the actual, like, oh, you got to get the highest quality fucking cable. I think it'll work just fine. Yeah, no, I'm done. Thank you so much for letting me borrow these. Wallpaper in the Horde. Patreon, subscribe, star, support this channel now more than ever. And if you're seeing this video publicly, that means it's probably been sitting in mothballs on the Patreon or Subscribe Star for more than a month. Well, for more than a few weeks. It's been there a while because I'm doing less reviews publicly on the scheduling, but I'm still making reviews pretty fast. So if you want to see these reviews way early, join the Patreon and Subscribe Star. You'll also get, besides seeing reviews early, into the yard sale where I sell things. I think these are going back to headphones.com, unfortunately, because they're so nice. Let's let me hold on to them for 6 months, and I'll compare against everything on the wall. But yeah, yard sales 1st to the 10th of every month. Again, hopefully every month. I'm going to start selling things in the yard sale that have not been publicly reviewed, because you have to join the Patreon to see the yard sale post anyway, so you might as well just stop and see what the hell Zeos is selling and why is he selling it. So I'm just going to, I'll keep up the yard sales monthly now. That'll be my designing factor of why I'm continuing making videos fast. And you also get to the sound demos. If you don't know, this channel got a copyright strike from Sony from a 2016 review of the Beats Solo 2 because I used a Monogatari track in one of the sound demos, and the sound demo was still live. So all sound demos have now been wiped from existence except for patrons and Subscribe Star subscribers. So all my old sound demos and all my new free to do whatever the fuck I want sound demos are available for $5 a month on either Patreon or Subscribe Star. $10 a month behind the scenes private Telegram chat. Ask me questions directly. Say, Zeos, what if you put these headphones on backwards and then jumped off a bridge? What would happen? And I'd be like, hold on a second. And then pay, obviously, someone to do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping off a bridge. But I'll figure out what the hell happens. So yeah, $10 a month, get in that, ask me questions, quiz me, quiz other people. It's a great little community. And you get into a lifetime swap meet channel where you can buy, sell, and trade gear with other members for life. You don't get kicked out of the lifetime swap meet. It's too hard to manage that. Screw it. Everyone who joins the $10 tier and joins the chat lives in there forever. And then every 3 months we wipe the $10 chat, and if you're still an active patron, you can come back in. So yeah, I'm done, you're done, she's done in the Wallpaper Horde. Oh, because they've been probably just sitting here looking purple. I found the original JoJo's. If you don't know, I have a JoJo collab of IEMs from Blonde. And this was the first one they sent me. And I'm like, I really don't want the Grimace IEMs. Pre-Grimace birthday milkshake, by the way. But yeah, so if you ever wanted to know if you got a better deal with your pink JoJo's, you did. Anyway, I'm done, you're done, we're done. Thank you. Subscribe, and I'll see you in 2 days?